Before you can face Governor Abbott, you would first have to win the Democratic primary. There are a total of 9 candidates.
There's a whole bunch of us.
Perhaps your strongest, some would say, is Andrew White, the son of former Governor Mark White.
Correct.
What's your strategy in being successful in the Democratic primary?
Well, we're doing that right now. We are going through a lot of the cities in Texas. I think this is our 10th or 11th day that we're on the road because we want to meet the voters. We need to have areas where we can come and meet all the voters. And what I found is they're energized. They're excited about this coming election. And so that gives me a lot of hope. I do think that I will have to stand a lot further along than Mr. White, and I think that's possible because I'm doing reaching out to the people a lot, and I think I will continue to advance ahead of the other 9.
You haven't been on the campaign trail long. I think it's been maybe 6 weeks.
Less
than 6 weeks. And so one of the areas that you've been criticized in this short amount of time is a lack of policy, a lack of presenting policy ideas. Talk to me about that.
Sure. And that was mentioned because there hadn't been anything up on the website. But I think if you look today or yesterday, you would have found that there's policies up on the website. Just like a strong Democrat, we're considering the things that are important to the majority of the people: jobs, education, medical, transportation, water, the things that are important to all of Texas. We're not going out after the things that are just important to a small group of folks that will donate well. We're going for the whole of Texas, the goodness of the Texas brand. So we're going to continue to do things that will have interest for everybody. As I said, we need to find common interests with each other and common solutions to the challenges we all face. Going back to some of the things the governor has done, as we challenge the cities, they have more and more issues. The urban areas have a lot of issues that should be taken care of by the state. The state should be taking on some of those challenges, and the way they take them on is dumping them in the cities. Here, you take that. Those unfunded mandates. How many of those did we get when the whole concept was you're not getting any? Yet the counties and the cities continue to get mandates on them that they have to find solutions from. And now he's tying their hands. He's saying, find solutions and we won't help you, but we're going to tie your hands and you can't do anything. We need to look at things and bring the experts in. As the governor, you set the tone and you set the direction. I don't have the answers to everything, but I do know how to bring experts in together from both sides to find good solutions.
A Democrat hasn't won a statewide election in the state of Texas.
It's about time, isn't it?
Do you feel Texas is ready for that shift?
The people are ready for a change, and they're crying out for change, going to the streets and crying out. We're ready for a new Texas. You know, many years ago, the same thing was happening, and Ann Richards came in and said, we need to have a new direction and a new Texas and go after the interests of the common person. I think we're at that point again. I think we're at the point for a new Texas and a new direction for the common person. That doesn't mean we leave others out, but we've got to include the rest.
Why are you the candidate to make that happen?
Politely, I'm strong enough, and that's not what it's been called, but I have the courage and the strength and the experience to go out in Texas and bring the message that the change will happen as soon as we all get into the voting. Texas is not a red state. It's a non-voting state. And why do we continually try to suppress the voting? Because everybody knows that. If the common people continue to vote, there will not be another red state, purple or whatever. But we need to let the common person have a voice, and I'm the candidate to provide the common person with a voice.
When a lot of people see you, they see a lot of firsts when they think about what could happen if you would be governor. I know it's something that you hear a lot often. We hear that you're the first Latino. We hear that you're the first openly gay candidate. We hear that you are the first who was raised by migrant workers.
You know, it's not about being the first. It's about saying enough. It's not about being the first. It's about saying, we haven't had this in Texas. Isn't it about time? We need to let the folks determine what Texas is. And it, again, you know, by saying the first, that brings the attention to me. That's not what we need. We need to say, this hasn't happened in Texas. Isn't it about time that it does? We need to have a common person that represents a whole bunch of individuals. And so it's not the first, it's necessary.
Are there any final thoughts you have for our viewers?
We need to get out and vote. And I'm the person you should be voting for.
Now, a few important dates for you. Early voting for the Texas primary runs February 20th until March 2nd. Election day is March 6th, and the last day to register to vote in the primary is February 5th. That's Texas this week. Now